They've always made wrong moves. When I think of Ghana, I think of wrong moves. When I think of Ghana, truly, I think of wrong moves. I don't remember the last time Ghana as a country made a smart, sensible move that one could say, that was a smart move. When I think of them, they always seem to make the wrong moves. And that last year was wrong. Ghana was put on the spotlight because of Nigerian artists, because of two Nigerian entrepreneurs who started Afro Nation.
4 things that Nigeria say about Ghanaians that I find it so wrong. It's saying things like, common Ghana. How can you call a country common? When I moved to Ghana, I used to why must you call this country common?
Why are some Nigerians always done looking at Ghana every time they use this word like common Ghana? How did Nigeria put Ghana on the spotlight? This Nigerian man actually came to, he has actually been speaking bad against Ghana. And when he came to Ghana, he have a different view about Ghana. Anyway, let's check out this video together. But please, like this video, subscribe and share. Let's check out this video together.
My experience in Ghana. I met the Ghanaian people whom I experienced as kind, loving, warm, and very hospitable types of people. The way I was received as a foreigner and a Nigerian in Ghana is one that I won't forget anytime soon. It is true that when you go to Ghana, you would feel an embrace, one like you never have felt before. And I felt this embrace in another country, Nigeria. When I go to Nigeria, I feel such warmth and embrace and loving, similar to what I experienced in Ghana. I experienced their food, I smoked shisha, I ate banku, kenke, as well as fufu, amongst many other things that I did in Ghana. I went to monuments in Ghana, was able to see homes of the president, where the president, current president, past presidents live in Ghana. I also had the opportunity to really wear their clothes and also understand some of the words they use when they say certain things like chale, what that meant. And Ghanaians spared no expense in terms of really showing me around and helping me to really learn their culture. I also had the opportunity to go to the heart of Ghana, Osu, where I met a few African Americans who are living in Ghana. Had the opportunity to really interact with our brothers and sisters who are African Americans in Ghana to learn of how they're surviving and settling in the country. It were all positive things. The African Americans that I met sat with me and told me they would never, never again go back to the United States, and Ghana is their home. And they were very in love with that country. I can see why. I also saw the Ghanaians interact with their music, enjoy their music. We went to the Manifest concert. An artist who was also partnered with Bonner Boy in the past had the opportunity to really see Ghanaians jive with their music. They really love their music. They appreciate Afrobeat. When Afrobeat came on, they went crazy for Afrobeat. So they love our music over there. But to see them really enjoy their own music and jive to their own music was a sight to see. And one thing I'll tell you is that Ghanaians are party animals. Ghanaians party like there's no tomorrow. It was such a surreal experience and one that I won't soon forget. And so again, thank you to the Ghanaian people for being hospitable. Thank you for welcoming me into your country. Now I want to get to this other part of the video, which I said initially was the highlight for me. The highlight for me in this whole trip was between myself, Kwame, and the police officers in Ghana. It was an incident that occurred on one night when we were going to an event in Ghana. We were driving, trying to find this place, and Kwame decided to take a turn into a one-way street. One-way street which we were going opposite of traffic. And so we were in the wrong. The police officer at the end of the road waited for us to stop. We didn't see it. I didn't see it. He didn't see it. Police officer jumped in front of his car and said, "Did you not see me tell you wait and tell you to stop?" Kwame said, "I didn't see you. If I'd seen you, we would have stopped." Police officer did not believe him. Thought we were trying to pull a fast one. Now, I will say we were wrong. We were in a one-way path. We shouldn't have taken that way, right? So we were wrong. However, Kwame and the police officer got into it. They went back and forth. I'm sitting in the passenger seat, right? And I'm looking at this whole thing play out. And I'm observing this whole thing because I've never seen in my life ever a civilian get into that kind of altercation with a police officer. And he's not immediately dragged out and beaten with nightsticks. I've never seen that ever before. So I'm seeing this whole thing play out. And it went on for about 2-3 minutes, where Kwame, who is a senior officer, felt disrespected by a corporal who should have had a better tone, according to Kwame, should have had a better tone in the way he expressed to him what he was trying to express. Kwame admitted that he was wrong. We both admitted that. But he felt that the police officer who was junior to him, who obviously recognized that he's an officer because he can see his beret in the car, challenged him in ways. And you can see this banter going back and forth. It was in that process that an officer showed up, a more senior officer showed up. And I got to tell you, this other part of this story is one that really, to me, was an eye opener. He showed up, and the corporal moves aside. So the senior officer showed up to try to calm Kwame. Kwame was really heated, and the police officer talked to him like a human being. I watched this officer calm the situation, diffuse the situation, interact with him, gave him the type of privilege and respect that we often see police officers in the United States give the white people. I'm watching this whole thing. He was very patient. He was very, very calm. His tone wasn't hostile. His tone was very friendly. He tried to calm Kwame down and explain to him what had occurred. He talked to him and both of us like human beings. That was a sight to see. Even while Kwame was still heated, it went on and on for a while. The police officer, for 5 minutes, literally for 5 minutes, really calmed him down and succeeded in really diffusing the situation and explained to Kwame that yes, the corporal should have had a better tone in speaking to him. And he admitted that it was something that he would coach him on, but then wanted to really calm Kwame down. So big ups to the Ghanaian police officers. Big ups. That was everything to me. It stayed that whole incident stayed in my spirit for the rest of the trip. I could not forget it. And so while I was in Ghana, I enjoyed my time in the country. There was no discrimination. There was nobody looking at me like funny and judging me based on the color of my skin. Even the police officers looked like me. To where we had an incident and an officer who was in the right and who was in the wrong was within his rights to make that situation bad for us, but he chose not to because he was dealing with another fellow black person. And that alone is a currency that is unmatched. So thank you, Ghana, for such an experience.
4 things that Nigeria say about Ghanaians that I find it so wrong. It's saying things like common Ghana. How can you call a country common? When I moved to Ghana, I used to like, why must you call this country common? The country is doing well for himself. They even gained independence before Nigeria gained independence. So how must you call the country common? That statement is wrong. 2, saying things like Nigeria give Ghana lights. The light they are enjoying, Nigeria give the light to Ghana. No, I did my findings. They only give Ghana gas, not lights. And it was a deal. Give me gas, I give you money. It was not free. So there's not like Nigeria give Ghana lights. It was nothing like that. And gas is not lights. It can be used for any other thing. So it's not light. Stop saying that. White theory is the issue of the jollof rice. Why must you put jollof rice in your head? Nigeria jollof, Ghana jollof. Those things doesn't make sense. When it comes to food, depend on the person that prepared the meal matters. Ghanaians can cook jollof rice, Nigeria can cook jollof rice. Depend on the chef and cook the food. Because if the chef you don't know how to cook it, it might go wrong. It does not mean Ghana cannot cook or Nigeria cannot cook. So depend on the chef that prepared the meal, depending how the food will taste. Not because of the country or that is wrong. While the last but not the least is saying things like small Ghana. Ghana is small. It will not be small Ghana because it's small. That is why they are enjoying what? The country is naturally doing their own thing. Ghanaians did not say you should get big. And mind you, Nigeria is not the only biggest country in the world. So don't use because the country is big to put all your problem because it's big. That is why this is not this. No, that is so wrong. If the country is big, it's fine, it's okay. But don't say because Nigeria is big than Ghana, that is why Ghana is, oh, is big. If you come to my country, it's big. If it's Ghana, because Ghana is, oh, Ghana is small. I don't know. I don't even know how to put it. That statement is so wrong. So don't say Ghana is because it's small. That is why Nigeria is not doing well. They are all doing well. So think about your problem and face it. Don't put it like because Ghana is small or because your country is big, that is why Ghana is like this. No, it's not true. That statement is wrong.
This is the same man that actually said that Ghana has actually been on the spotlight because of Nigeria. He's actually coming to Ghana for the first time in his life and he have a change of mouth. You guys, this man have actually said a lot of bad things. Like, I don't want to bring up the video for you to hear what he said about Ghana. And and this is him coming to Ghana and he's actually praising the Ghana police on the case that they actually have and how the Ghana police take care of everything and how the hospitality that he received from the people of Ghanaians and the way Ghana treated him. This is a case of, you not being in a particular country and you are generalizing because of what some Nigerians actually told you. Sometimes these Nigerians did something for them to be treated like that in that country, and now they are just coming out saying different things, and you have not been to that country before and you are talking a lot about a country that you have not been to. This man, after coming to Ghana, he actually sees Ghana as a different country, now retracting his statements of everything he actually said about Ghana. And that is how Ghana keep making a lot of Nigerians to keep quiet, because it's not making sense. You have not been to country and you're talking bad about Ghana. It's not making. Sometimes some Nigerians say, come on Ghana. That thing that used to pain me. Which one is come on Ghana? And you have never been to Ghana before in your life. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the comment section. Please like this video, subscribe and share. Thank you so much. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.